Hey there, welcome to Film Torch with me, the series that has officially made it 5 episodes in. Usually by now I would have left the project, but the fact that I'm still writing, still recording, and still editing proves that not only do I find this series creatively fulfilling, but you also keep on watching it, which is a good sign that I'm doing something right. As a reward for myself for not jumping the ship only 5 episodes in, I decided to buy myself a mystery DVD. Now, yes, I know DVDs are a little bit old, but honestly, you know what? No, this part could be a part of the actual video. Can we play the intro real quick? Thank you. Anyway, DVDs are pretty old now. They are the new old-fashioned way to watch films and TV, and it's easy to understand why. They always run at a standard resolution, the sound quality is never the best it could be, and worst of all, you have to go out and buy it. Why would I go out and buy a physical copy of something I want to watch when I can just watch it on Netflix Max Plus? You're telling me I have to go outside to the local Tesco's or HMV or Sex and purchase a physical copy of Scrub Season 1 on DVD? I will Deliveroo that shit at best. No. It's stupid to buy DVDs, and guess what? The apple doesn't fall that far from the tree, because while Big Brother Blu-ray has much better video and audio quality, you still have to go outside for that. Or you could just order it like I did in the opening sequence, but shut up, you get the point. So, despite all these reasons, why do I still buy DVDs, Blu-rays, physical copies of stuff I like to watch? Well, the answer is actually quite simple. First of all, DVDs and Blu-rays, most of the time anyway, will always have some extra goodies alongside them, whether it be physical or digital. As a writer, probably my favourite thing about a physical release of a show or a movie is the very welcome experience of directors or writers' commentary.
Right ahead of it.
This is the famous Pickle Rick episode.
It gives you a good look into the creators as people, their thought process on how they made what they made, stories on the production, etc. For me personally though, I like listening to writers' commentary while I'm writing, making it a huge selling point for any DVD or Blu-ray I come across. On top of commentary of any sort, I also love the behind the scenes. If the commentary doesn't give you a good look into the scope of how making a film goes, BTS definitely will. Not the band, it means behind the scenes. I mean, who doesn't love behind the scenes? But even online services are starting to supply these. You can find a lot of what are basically DVDs on Apple TV. You most likely can even find this stuff on YouTube. However, you know what you can't get digitally? That's right, baby. Books. Okay, but seriously. I admittedly don't have many of these cool items to show, so instead I'm going to show pictures of stuff I want but can't afford. Wow. That's cool. Oh, that's awesome. I don't even need to explain why this is cool. Games have been doing this for a long time now for a reason. It's just nice to have something from the show or movie. Whether it be a booklet about the production, an item found in the film, a figure of a character, you can't deny how nice it must be for it to be included. These can come separate from a physical release, sure, but when you get something big or small, it's always a welcome addition to my room. That Rick and Morty booklet was one thing, but check out what I got with my DVD of Happy Feet. Look at that! Ice cubes! It says I need to put it down my back. Here is a list of things you can always do in your living room with a Blu-ray player and a TV at any time, even if you don't have a Netflix subscription. Pace around the room, make funny faces in the mirror. Ew. Forget you have to breathe. Masturbate. I'm not filming that. Write an erotic novel. Die. Or you can watch South Park Season 8 for the 50th time on DVD. In terms of actually going outside and buying a physical copy of something, there is always one good thing about owning it. When you buy it, you own it forever. Even if you do have a streaming service with a specific movie or TV show on, it might be gone someday. Those wonderful watch hours suddenly gone, disappeared, lost to time. I'm still fucking pissed about Spider-Verse being taken off of Netflix. But if you got a physical copy of it, that's never going away. Unless you break it. And it will always be at whatever quality you set it as. Yes, if you have a DVD of something, you won't have the best viewing experience, but I think keeping it at a 720p constantly is better than Netflix switching between a crisp 1080p at 60 frames per second, and the pixelated mess that is 360p basically acting as a censor bar for all the High School DxD I've been watching. That is a joke, I do not actually watch High School DxD. Point is, it's at least nice to know you can stay focused on the actual media at hand, instead of a quality shift breaking the immersion. Get yourself a Blu-ray though, or a 4K Ultra Blu-ray, and you should have no quality problems. Unless the manufacturer fucks it up, but that is not the Blu-ray's fault, damn it! Alright, here's the nerd one. Everybody out! Let me start off this portion of the video by explaining sentimental value in DVDs and Blu-rays in a more understandable way. I think it's safe to assume that more people listen to music than they watch TV. Because while you'll find a ton of people that have watched movies and TV, I don't think it's as universally liked as music, and that's probably because music has been with us for literal decades. The sounds of Sufjan Stevens' voice are now imprinted in our brains at birth, we can't help it. And it's probably why buying a CD or a vinyl actually holds more sentimental value than you would expect, since it's become such a big part of the world's culture. To share an example, this is the first vinyl I ever got, Ford for Food by the Books. Despite the fact I've only had this vinyl for about maybe 4 months, it means so much to me. Much more than the £26 I paid for it, and I'm sure there are many people out there that would 100% agree. I swear this bit wasn't just for me to talk about the books. But you don't really find the same sentimental value in physical releases of shows or movies. When you go out to buy a vinyl, you'd probably think to yourself, this is going to be worth every penny. It will be perfect, and while it may not complete my collection, it will absolutely make it more whole than it once was. With a DVD or Blu-ray, it's... sure? To say you don't think too much of it would be an understatement. For me, this is a lot different though, and I'm about to go 100% nerd on your asses, so be prepared, this is some sentimental shit. When I hold on to a season of a show, I think about all the time that has gone into it. People were living their lives, the writers were in the writer's room, the actors were waiting on the new scripts and staying on set really late. Camera operators were setting up the shots or were simply waiting for shooting to start. And Dan Harmon was working on the last season before he would get fired from his own show. He would get brought back onto Community for season 5, but without Chevy Chase and Donald Glover, who left soon after. All this stuff that happened behind the scenes happened on this disc. Well, these discs, but this box. So what I'm saying is that it's basically a time capsule. Yes, I'm looking at this in a very odd way, but to me it feels like more than just a season of a show. Similar to music, it's art that was made at a time, with people that were alive or are alive that worked really hard on something they cared about, or people that were paid to care about at least, all in one box. 2 boxes. 3. Okay, so companies like to milk the art dry, but regardless, I feel like physical releases of shows and movies should mean a lot more than just something you buy on a whim, with little thought put into it. Sure, if I had to pick between my countless DVDs and countless CDs, I would pick the music, but all of my shows and movies are an incredibly close second. I just like the idea that I'm holding hundreds of hours of work, care, and creativity all in my own hands. It feels cool and nice, and I'd love to put the same amount of effort into what I make too. A Blu-ray would be nice. Anyway. So, the bottom line is, I just think physical releases are nice to own. It's good to know you can relive a great experience all over again in the comfort of your own home, whenever you like. For the record, this isn't a video about how streaming services are bad. There's no other way to watch the last 4 seasons of BoJack Horseman after all. And I love that you can find anything, anywhere, whenever you want. What I am saying is that physical releases are special to me, and I hope we can keep on getting them. So, that's my video on physical releases. I hope you... Oh I forgot to open the package. How stupid of me. I wonder what I ordered. Maybe it's Spider-Verse? Parasite? Monty Python and the Holy Grail? There's only one way to find out. Let's see what we got. What the fuck?